Hi, I'm Roger Wakefield, lead AP, the expert plumber, coming to you on YouTube Live. Actually, coming to you on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook. I come to you everywhere. How is everybody doing today? Happy Monday. I hope you're doing good. Already got the chat going. I like that. Jump in here and say, oh, Tim Sears, not a good way to start off. Says, I use Shark Bite. Man, I am sorry. Turn in your plumbing license. You're good. David Tringost, how are you? Good to see you in here. Sean Strong says, Colton, I'm so glad I told you to enter the raffle. That's right. We did an event yesterday. We did the Get Happy party. This was, the plumber apology party. A lot of people got upset because they got a text message late at night. The robocalls didn't work like they were supposed to. Apparently they're still not. The texts supposedly aren't working right. So anyway, David, you're right. Roger does not suggest using shark bites. Joe T says, how you doing, Sean? Sean may be doing good. He may not be. Yeah, he is at Luffield Airport. Man, his flight got canceled. Man, fun. Sean came to town. So glad that he did. I want to see. And y'all know me. I love trying to play with stuff here at the last minute just to kind of see what we can do. And I think that try something new just to see, because this is something that we normally don't do. But what I want to look at, I think that I got it right here. And let's see if camera number 4 comes up. Look at there. Just so y'all know, that is actually Sean Strong. And I want y'all to understand this. This is me dropping Sean Strong off at the airport yesterday. Did y'all hear me? Yesterday. Look at where he says he still is today. I'll go through that and we'll talk more about it later. Special thanks to Sean Strong for coming out. Great to have him here in town. And I want to go ahead. I'm gonna be real careful and just kind of, first of all, this is where we were yesterday. We were at the truck yard in Dallas. If you have not been there, man, it is a cool spot to be. That is me getting started probably down there about 10:30 yesterday morning. Let me go back and see what all we got here. This video is playing on the TV. It shouldn't be. Good. Okay, so it may not let me show any videos at all. No, it won't. Man, I thought I'd be able to show some videos here. It's only going to let me do pictures, and really that is the only picture I've got. Yeah, I can't show any of the other ones, and I don't know why it won't let me show the video. It says the video showing on the TV. As you see, it is not. Maybe it says using AirPlay. Let me see if I can turn AirPlay off. Stop mirroring. Now let's see what happens. All right, so it is not. Looky there. Okay, so I'm a little bit behind, so I'm looking over here. I don't know why it's not showing all of them. You can go back and forth and kind of see if it'll do something different here. Well, I thought that I would try Apparently it's not working. So I'm just going to go ahead and shut that down. So anyway, man, I'm here. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Great seeing Sean Strong. We'll get back into the comments here in just a minute. Matthew Chakra, thank you very much. Says your intro is hilarious. We enjoy our intro. Now, I want to see something. Did the picture show up over there? Just you know me, man. I'm playing around, so now I've got an idea. Let's see. We'll try it here again. I don't remember if it came up over here or not, and I'm just trying to double check. It's not even showing me my count over here. Let's go to live chat. So there it did. It did come in. Good. So anyway, there's Sean Strong. Great seeing him in Dallas. Unfortunately, like y'all see, he is still at the airport. And let's see what this will do. Nope. Not going to do it. Just goes to AirPlay. So we'll see what pops up over here. Anyway, I'm trying to do something different. Not having much luck at it. Okay, so it'll show the pictures, but not the video, or show it for just a second. So anyway, I'll go ahead and play with that real quick, just because I want to show y'all we had a good time. And now it's showing it. So that's kind of crazy. Man, we had a good time out there yesterday. Don't know if y'all hear any music or not. I hope so, or hope not. But anyway, there's one. Got another group here. We really had a good time out there. Look at there. There's my little buddy Wyatt down there on the end. We had so much fun. So many people. There were probably about 100 people out there total. That's with kids, family, and stuff like that. As you see, there's a lot more, but we did not have the whole venue. But I'm telling you, we had a great time. So there's Kyle. Looky there. There's Kiana. Man, we got good people out here. If y'all did come down, I want to say thank you very much. We had a good group out there. Mr. Speak from Speaks Plumbing, Mr. Rusty Speak. Man, it was a ton of fun. And I hope that there's no noise coming through here, but if there is, it is what it is. As you can see, man, this was a cool venue. A lot of fun. Yeah, like I said, yeah, Sean is still at DFW, or we're still at Love Field. And then my last one right here, Miss Cami, good to see you. I hope that everybody out there had a good time, because I'm telling you, we had fun. Yeah, Shark Bite is definitely for Handy Andy. So I carried Sean down to the airport yesterday. We stopped and ate on the way down there. Man, went to Maple and Motor, great burger place in Dallas. Actually, man, love it. Went over there, dropped him off at the airport, got him in time to go through security and everything. Got home. He had already gone through security, already done everything. And he calls me and says, man, my flight got canceled. Apparently it's snowing in Denver. Not very good. Joe T, good to see you in the house, brother. Daniel Fritchier says, groovy. Man, we had a blast. Bought a ton of nachos, bought a lot of beer, a lot of mixed drinks. We had fun. I had a good day, I think. David Stringo says, I'm doing pretty good today. Thanks for asking, brother. Glad you're here. Tyler High says, I use chemicals on my clogged drain and call a plumber. I then tell them I've done nothing to the drain. Yeah, that's not good. If you ever blind anybody or anything like that, I would feel for you, because if you did that to me or one of my plumbers, I wouldn't be happy. Daniel Fritz here says, replying to Tyler Haas, classic. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's what. I'm not even going to go there. Parker Pace says, hey, Roger, sorry I've been busy, but glad to see and talk to you again. Good to have you in here. Matt Loftus says, what did you think of my UA pen collection? You know what? I didn't get to look through the whole thing, and I need to. I've got a ton of pens, and I know I've got a lot of replicas. Man, I will try to get I'll try to get through there and get a look at them. I know that, man, you got some good ones. Parker P did not get flushed. That's a good thing. Jesus, Sean, what is the weather like in Denver? And I'm asking because I literally, man, I've been running 90 miles an hour today. I have no idea. Man, give me a shout, or I'll give you a shout afterwards. See what's going on. Uh, Parker P says, hey, if isn't the strongest plumber in the world. There you go. I know, man, it's tough. Yeah, that's not good. Sean Strong, thank you for the good advice. I will be taking it out on my next plumbing job. There you go. Yeah, not much, not much plumbing jobs going on there. Yeah, it's good to see Parker P back in here. Fubar 42 says, "Hey Roger, glad to see you on." I'll tell you what we've had fun. This has been a busy weekend. Those of y'all that don't know, I did a video trying to help out the plumbers in Texas. There have been changes to the plumbing license law and the board rules. A lot of things due to TEA, due to the 87th legislature, but the TEA, the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners, they all got together and man, they put some pretty good stuff into motion. And what I'm talking about is that my favorite thing is that high school students can now pretty much get all the study, all the background, most of their hours in, or all their hours in, to actually go take the journeyman tradesman exam. Now, a tradesman, I know I said journeyman. The tradesman exam is like a residential 1-family, 2-family dwelling. So no commercial, nothing like that. But the neat thing is right now we pay tradesmen $25 an hour. So that's a $52,000 a year job starting out the day you walk out of high school. And I got to tell you, I think that is just phenomenal. Sorry, I just want to make sure that my do not disturb is on before it rings or something. Breck says you're from the Nebraska area. Yes, he is. Bender Rodriguez says, hey, Roger, awesome live while I drink my Crown Royal Peach. Look at you. See, I love bourbon, but I don't do the real sweet. I like Garrison Brothers, and man, they've got some good ones. Parker Peace is great, Sean. Great story. I have been absent for a while, but glad to be back in the streams. Man, good to have you here. Yeah, Sean's talking to Colton. He says, man, you can put so much camera gear in that bag. And I'll tell you what, I did. That bag was cool. Good looking bag. Daniel Fritzer says, Sean, a plumber railing a sparky wife. Man, show a plumber railing a sparky wife. There you go. Is that correct? Mark DeVideo says, hey, Roger, from the IG Flushable Wipes video, what's up, man? Man, I am doing great. I'll tell you what, when Sean's in here, he knows. Like I talk about the Cottonelle flushable wipes all the time because I've done the test. I used to have the jars in here. I mean, literally, it's like they've completely dissolved, but you just got to check them out. Breck says, I was trying to recall. I knew you had said you lived in Oklahoma at one point. I was going to recommend walking. That would be good for him. I'll tell you what, if he started walking yesterday when it first got canceled, he'd probably be pretty close now. Parker Peace says, you're such a good family man, Roger. Just because I'm hanging out with my friends or what? Clifford Lacey says, shark bites all day. Not hardly. Not just a plumber, but a great man just to hang around and talk with. I'll tell you what. I will tell you this. I love what I get to do. And we talk about this quite often, but I mean, literally, when you look, if it's not about learning, not about positivity, not about being optimistic, not about recruiting other plumbers, other tradespeople. If people don't understand that plumbers really do protect the health of the nation, and recruiting to the trades is one of the most important things that each and every one of us can do every day, man, that's what I love talking about. And I get to talk about it all the time. So I got to tell you, I do love what I do. I really, man, I have fun. Parker Peace says my power just literally went out. Hate to hear that, brother. No music, cool videos, good. David, I was worried the music. Man, they had a band there that was actually pretty good. And I didn't know that if I hooked up the audio, if I hooked up the video from my phone, if the audio would come through or not. So I'm glad it didn't. Thank you. Breck says, nope, that'd be a bit of a trek. Lived in Oklahoma until '03. Bob Kaplan says, what do you find to be the best toilet? Man, I got to tell you, and it's really funny because I get to have this conversation a lot. And I want to tell you my thoughts. What I like is I do like a comfort high. I like a taller toilet just because as I'm older, it makes it easier to stand up. And when I go sit on a low one now, it's like, man, this is way down here. I like elongated. Uh, I've got an American Standard at home with a bidet toilet seat. I love it. I've got a Kohler and a Toto with bidet toilet seats back here that I'm going to do some cool things with. So, man, I'm not picky on. I don't know that there is a best toilet. I think the Toto. I'll tell you what. Let me back that up. And I want to do a video on this. So, if any of y'all know anybody at Kohler, Kohler has a toilet, a bidet toilet. Man, they had it at KBiz 2 years ago. I fell in love with it. Man, I really thought they were going to send me one to make a video on. Man, this was just a cool toilet. So I'd have to say one of my favorites would be a Kohler. Steve Gustav Hoff, or Sven Gustav Hoff, says, I'm late. This is a plumbing festival. It is. We had a big party Saturday. I showed some videos a while ago, and I will keep bouncing back every now and then just to go through here and show y'all, yes, this is me and my brother, Mr. Sean Strong, who is at the Dallas Love Field Airport right now. He came to town for the party. I gave him a ride out to the airport, and the problem is then his flight got canceled. So he's been there since yesterday afternoon, and apparently he hadn't been there since yesterday afternoon. Don't get me wrong. Got him a hotel room. He stayed dinner by the airport. So, man, Sean, what time is it saying you're going to get out of here tonight? Young Plumber says, only time I would ever leave new construction to do service work is if I work for you. Man, I tell you what, we're always looking for plumbers. I was kind of hoping that we could get Sean to just go ahead and sign all the paperwork and go to work while he's here. The neat thing about it is look, I love Sean's attitude. I think he's going to be a phenomenal plumber. Not that he's not. I think there's so much growth in all our lives. If you're in plumbing right now, put it this way: if you're in plumbing, if you're in the trades, even if it's not plumbing, if you're doing anything right now, and you're not learning, you're not growing, you're not doing new things, do me a favor. Tell me why not. Because a big bias that most plumbers have is, I know when I got in the trades, I knew I wanted to be a plumber. Well, the day I became a plumber, I pretty much quit learning. And it took a few years, but then I started looking at, hey, I want to do more. And as I started doing that, I started improving. I started moving up. I started becoming a foreman, a superintendent. Eventually became a director of operations for a mechanical contractor. What are you learning? What are you doing? What are you learning to help you grow? Are you learning leadership? Are you learning management? Are you learning something that can put more money in your pocket? Because if not, I want to know why not. The four things we talk about: learning, positivity, optimistic, and recruiting. Are you doing anything to help you do these things? Do you understand plumbers protect the health of the nation? And are you continuously recruiting into the trades? Because that's what we should all be doing. I wonder if it'll let me do this on here. I'm going to try something just because I want y'all to be part of something that I'm doing. I hope that's okay with y'all. Let's see if it'll let me do it from here. Let me go here. And I know y'all can't see my screen over here. I'm fixing to put a link to a group that, there it is right there. And let me see. I think that if I do this and copy, I am literally going to invite all of y'all to be in a Facebook group. And it's called the Trade Talks. And I've put together a mastermind with me and three other guys right now, and we're going to end up getting more in it. But this is how we've started it out. And we're going to be doing things in this Facebook group, and this is going to be just your normal Facebook group where you get in, post pictures, and somebody complains about something, yada yada yada. This is going to be literally, how can we help people? How can we help serve? And the people that I'm help bringing in, I think you'll like that. Preston says, "Give up your license." Hey man, if you love shark bite and that's what you use for a living, you don't need a plumbing license. Parker Pieces, Roger, I noticed the Harley Davidson shirt. You have your own bike. I just got rid of a 2014 Street Glide I'll say probably 2 years ago. I'm actually discussing things with a lady down in Austin. It's got a 2007 Iron Horse Texas chopper, which I love. I don't know if it's a Texas chopper, if it's a Lone Star chopper. Anyway, I used to have a chopper before, and I love it. So I know we're talking motorcycles, we're talking plumbing, we're talking all of it. Clarissa Risk Alvis, how are you doing? Good to see you in here. I hope everything is going well with you. Sean Strong says, Roger took such good care of me, y'all. You can tell he's a good guy through the streams, but you really can't feel how wonderful he is until you hang out with him. 100% genuine. Well, Sean, thank you very much. Look, I had a blast. I'm so glad you came down. I picked up Sean at the airport, and man, took him out. Had some friends that were getting together in downtown Plano. Went and hung out with them for a little bit. Took him to the hotel. Came back, picked him up the next morning. We went and ate breakfast. Had to move him around, get a different room so he could stay a little bit longer. Did some different things, but I'm telling you, we had fun. So, Sean, thank you very much. So glad that you came. And man, you are more than welcome. Even Carrera Leonard says, when it comes to PVC, what do the schedules mean? I see PVC, so Schedule 40 and Schedule 80. Schedule 80 is normally more industrial. It's for like heavy duty. It's a higher pressure rating. It's normally gray colored. It's normally thicker walled. And I know this because I worked out at Texas Instruments for years doing supply piping, distribution, reclaim, nitrogen, gases, all kinds of. I mean, we did some crazy funked up gases that could kill you. So, man, we run a lot of stuff out there. But when it comes to PVC, Schedule 80s for higher pressure. Stephen Van Horn says, you posted about roots in the drain field. What do you recommend to prevent this from happening? You can do two different things. Number one, I recommend don't plant trees like right above your sewer line. Another thing is you can put up boundaries when the sewer is laid. Put some kind of steel around it, something to keep the roots out. And I say steel, I'm talking like galvanized, something that will slow it down. And galvanized isn't going to last forever. I understand that, but you want to put some kind of a barrier up. The other thing is that if you've already got roots in your system, they make a product called Root X that's supposed to be really good. I've never used it, so just telling you. Patman's 88, wall thickness is it. So for the higher pressure rating, absolutely. Satishy says, hey, chill out. Oh, not bots telling somebody chill out. To Satishi. Who's Satishi? Where did I miss that? I don't know. I guess I missed one. Daniel says Texas plumber couldn't had a few frozen handle, I guess. Hey, we're short-handed. Guys, don't say Texas plumbers can't handle it. Nobody in the country can handle it. We're short-handed plumbers all across the country right now. It ain't just here, Daniel. It's everywhere. Sean Strong says you can make that comment again, but if you use all caps, the Nightbot will keep deleting it. I didn't see it. Oh, okay, that's the one that the Nightbot took care of. Yosef, what's up? Hey, Roger, got to message you again. Keep getting jobs that won't help me become an apprentice. What can I do when applying? My thing is be very clear when you apply. Hey, I want to be a plumber's apprentice. I want to learn plumbing. And let them know I'm wanting to go to work here to become a plumber. Is that the path that you see me in. If they're putting you in jobs where you're not getting where you want to be, man, how do you get out? I would literally look at it and say, look, if you're not going to help me get where I want to be, I'm going to do something else because I want to go somewhere else. Parker P says, how do you not have your own plumbing TV show? I would be there with popcorn every time a new episode would air to see you tackle the best trains in Texas. Parker, it's really funny that you asked that. And I say that because I was actually interviewed last week by a production company. I don't remember if they were in New York or Hollywood. I've dealt with a few here lately. Uh, I've been interviewed for a couple of television shows, which is kind of neat. They've also, and we talked about this last week. And just so y'all know, I will not be here next week. Next Monday, I'm in San Diego. I'll arrive in San Diego on Sunday. I'm there till Thursday. So just want to give y'all a heads up now, and I'll try to mention that a few times, throughout this event, throughout this live. That way y'all understand. But just last week, I was interviewed for a second show by this production company. And, man, there's some neat things going on. And the reason I say we talked about this last week is last week we talked about if y'all turned on the TV and just saw that Roger Wakefield was going to be on a show, what show would you think it is? What show would you think it would be about? And I don't mean what show do you think it is. It's not like they're interviewing me to be in, Mad Max or anything. But if I told y'all I'm going to be in a TV show tonight, y'all need to watch it, what would y'all think the show would be about? Because there have been some pretty good ideas come around. I'm trying to come up with ideas for my own show. So that's where I'm reaching out to y'all saying, hey, look, help a brother out. What kind of ideas do you got? If you look at me and look, I mean, good looking, young, healthy, maybe, let's try to say maybe 1 out of 3, maybe not. Anyway, what kind of show would you see me on? What kind of show, Parker? And you started this, so I'm going to ask you first. If you saw me on a TV show, what would it be? Because I don't think just drain cleaning is going to be it. I don't think that everybody's going to get on every week just to watch me clean drains. It's like, okay, the dude's working. Give me an idea. And we already hit it. Yeah, we're over 50 people. Everybody do me a favor real quick. Tell me where you're from and what you do. We've got right here, we'll fix and click on it. Joseph is in Pennsylvania. He's an apprentice plumber. He makes 15 to 18 an hour, which is way more than I made when I started. Where y'all from? Where do you live? What do you do? And man, if you're not in plumbing, why do you watch this channel? And I don't mean it bad. Trust me, I love it. And man, we started a new thing today too. And I see Z Eladot over here says, Roger, I missed your question. I don't know which one it was. If I did, unless it was the one about something in my mouth. And if so, yeah, when you use words like that, I just, and don't get me wrong, I'm a plumber. It's a technical term, but I just don't, me and Sean have had this conversation. I don't talk that way on my show. And that wasn't you. That was Eddie. So I don't know, man. If I missed it, I'm sorry. Maybe I just hadn't got there yet. I'm down to 6:13, so I am about 17 minutes behind on questions. I got to speed up. So anyway, where are you from? Where do you live? There we go. Los Angeles, Virginia. Where you live? Where are you from? And what do you do? Are you a plumber? Are you a roofer? Are you even in the trades? And if you're not in the trades or you're not, and I mean, I understand why an electrician or roofer, HVAC tech would watch, because what I talk about, it works for all of us. My thing is, if you're a neurosurgeon, why are you watching this plumbing channel? Because I have guys come up and they're like, oh my gosh, I watch you all the time. It's really, are you in plumbing? I'm like, oh God, no, I would never do plumbing. I'm a surgeon, but I love watching your videos. And I'm like, man, that's a trip. Hi and Angry says, what do you do if your main house valve doesn't work to turn the water off? This is a great question, because here lately, most of the municipalities are locking down the meters where plumbers can't get in them. And if a plumber can't get in, you're supposed to call the city and let them come shut the water off. Now, we talked about all the freezes in Texas a year and a month ago. What does the city do when you need 500 houses turned off at the same time? I would sue the heck out of my city if my meter was locked and I couldn't get to it to turn the water off. And I'm telling you, man, if you're an attorney, that's a class action lawsuit I would love to help you with. If you're not an attorney and you're just wanting to fight about it, just tell them Roger said so. Uh, here's what the deal. High and angry. There should be a valve installed. We call it a valve box right off the edge of your house, normally in the front yard, normally by a hose bib, to where you can turn the water off to your house. Killel says, if you're in a condo, can their plumbing lines and sewage next to our walls affect my lines and toilet? They really shouldn't. If you're in a condo, if your water's metered independently, they shouldn't even be tied together. The sewers may be tied together to an extent, or they may exit the building and then tie together. So it is possible. It depends on how they ran it. And they may all be tied together to where if the guys on the far end stops up, that could literally stop up the entire building. High and Angry says, I want to replace the valve. There you go. I have plumbed basically the whole house except that single valve. Then if you've plumbed everything else, it should be easy for you to do. I'd say the best video that I've got for you to look at is how to turn the water off to an entire house. I've got two that I do. One where I turn it off at the meter, one at the valve box. And you can look at the way we pipe my valve box. And I got to tell you, I really do like it. There you go. Sean says, have the city turn it off. If you're in here and you're a plumber, are you allowed to turn off the water in your meter at a house that you go to? And I'm asking because we used to be able to in every municipality around. Just here lately, they're tightening these meters down so daggum tight you can't turn it. And it's like, man. And they literally tell you, yeah, you're not supposed to be in there. It's like, look, I've been jacking inside these things for 20 freaking years. It blows my mind that somebody's house could be flooding and the city's going to lock down the meter like that. I'm telling you, I would sue the pants off of them. Joe D says, are you guys a union shop? Just curious. Joe, I used to be. I was open shop for the first 17 years of my plumbing career. Then I joined the union, 97. I was in the union until about 5 or 6 years ago. 5 or 6 years ago, I started my own company. I went as long as my insurance would last because with me being in the union so long, my insurance, I had 6 or 8 months coverage. Once I got to where that was going to lapse, I signed up to be a union contractor. And my local union here in Dallas, Texas, Local 100, did not do a damn thing for me. So I kind of changed and pulled back out of the union. So they told me they were going to do a lot of things. They just didn't do it. And don't get me wrong, man, I love the union. And I know that sounds weird, but I think if you're going to be an employee for your entire life, and there's nothing wrong with that, you want to be a plumber, a journeyman, a superintendent, anything at all like that, man, great career choice. The union has good benefits. The union has good insurance. I love it. If you're going to own your own company, the union doesn't really help you a lot. Matter of fact, it can hurt you. High and Angry says, nice, Sean. I appreciate it, brother. I just get nuts when I can do everything else myself. Yeah. Hey, man, look, that is something anybody can do. If you know how to solder or Upanor or ProPress, something like that, you can do it. What is the water grain crusty stuff that forms on sinks and is black inside? I am just curious. Could be calcium, magnesium, could be all kinds of things. Hard water will cause the white crusty stuff, and it turns green just from oxidation and time. Stephen Van Horn is replying to Stephen Van Horn, do. Alien eggs, best to remove them via a flamethrower. I actually like gathering them up and putting them in my bottom lip right before I go to sleep. Victolic fittings. I'll tell you what, Victolic is great. If you study Victolic, you know why they made it. They literally made it because you could put it together and it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. You've got a little bit of play, and they could literally take Victolic pipe and lay it over a hill. They could do different things. So I studied Victolic back when I was in the union for a project I was doing. And man, I thought this is some pretty cool stuff. Donna Marie Flores, how are you? Good to have you in here. I hope you are having a wonderful day. Danielle Barba says, do you think it's worth installing a central filtration system or just buying and installing filters at faucets? Man, I'm going to enjoy this one because this is one of my favorites. I'm one of these people. I truthfully think that a whole house water filtration system is phenomenal. Uh, I think that, and I've got one on my house. That's what I've got the valve box. Mine also has a bypass for my filtration system. But the neat thing about it is, I think that whole house water filtration system is phenomenal. It really does work. And man, if you find a good brand, and I mean, I think I've got a good one installed at my house. Just the company, Flowtech, their customer service sucked, so I refuse to do anything with them anymore. I will not install them. I won't work on them. I mean, I'm like, you know what? I will recommend changing them out. I think David, the guy who owns it, is a jerk. He treated my office people and my marketing team like crap. And man, that's not a good way to do business. And I refuse to sell something that I can't believe in somebody's customer service. So I'm looking at a couple of different brands now that really look to be amazing. And I will let you know as I get there. Can stub out coming off the floor for toilet install be PEX or must be copper? For tub spout, does stub out always have to be copper? I'm not going to say it always has to be, but I'm going to say if you want it sturdy, it should be. Nothing has to be copper. It's going to get the water where it wants to be. My thing is, I love the copper stub out, especially on a tub spout, because it's not going to move coming out on the toilet. It doesn't have to be either. I'm old school. I like copper. Angela Bauer says, what is the best moisture detector I can get from the store? Man, that's a good question because I don't use a lot of moisture detectors. I've got some that were given to me by one of the water mitigation companies. I would check with them, to be honest. Sean be getting ready board here in a couple hours. Man, dang, Sean. Well, and I guess it got bumped back. I was going to say, if I'd known it was going to be that late, you should just come over here and maybe you could be in here with me today. Z Eladat says, how you doing, Roger? Got a question for you. Can you solder an epoxy filled line? If not, why? I just did my first pro press because I ran into someone telling me I can't solder an epoxy line. You know, it depends on what it would do to the epoxy. I've never tried it, never tried to solder a line with anything in it other than water. And of course, you can't do that. You've got to put something in to stop it. But man, good question. It depends on, is it going to ruin the epoxy? Is it going to heat it up? Is it going to melt it? Is it going to liquefy it where it runs out and messes up your joint? There's a lot of questions going through my mind right there. Yosef says, great YouTuber. I'm a hard worker, but I'm getting frustrated here in PA. A lot of these guys advertising on Indeed, these guys are not honest with you about helping you get an apprenticeship. I would contact, and I don't know what it's like in Pennsylvania, but in Texas, the Texas State Board helps make sure or has laws and rules and regulations in place to make sure that apprentices get taken care of, that they get registered, they get their hours counted towards their license. And I got to tell you one thing, guys, is I am going to stop early today at 5 o'clock. I've got to go pick up laundry. I fly out tomorrow to go to Miami, and I've got a lot of packing to do today. So I am only going to go for about another 21 minutes. So y'all may slow down on the questions. I know y'all are way freaking ahead of me, and I'm going to start speed rounding them here in just a minute to see what we can do. But yeah, I would find out who's the authority having jurisdiction in your area. What does it take to get a license? Contact them and say, hey, look, I'm getting a job. I want to be a plumber. What do I need to do? You may check their website and find out. But Yosef, man, I'd be interested in hearing from you and finding out. Parker Peace was, well, to not lose my phone charge, I got to go, but was glad to be here. See you guys on the next live stream if you don't get flushed. I'll ask a couple more questions for curiosity. Good deal. Yosef, Gustav, and advance toujours, not sure. Uh, we must always learn. Of a Wakefield. Man, I don't speak it, but man, I hope it means something good. To the stub out can be brass or galvanized iron pipe. See, we don't even use galvanized iron pipe anymore. Or copper, but it can't be PEX. Inside of PEX is too small, restrict the flow. And I talk about that all the time, brother. You ever see plumbers who collect toilets? I've seen plumbers who collect everything. Park pieces, what's the nicest thing customers ever done for you? I ask other plumbers here as well. Uh, man, I've had customers bake me a cake, had one give me a bowl of banana pudding. Man, all kinds of good things. I love my customers. Yes, this is not learning because these plumbers here in the state of Pennsylvania are not teaching the right things. I believe I'm not learning also because these guys won't pay little and teach the wrong ways. A lot of them do, man. Patman's 88, Schedule 20 is thinner, Schedule 40 standard, 80 is thicker, heavy duty. Satishi says, I used to work in a kitchen and I've been trying to get anyone and everyone, I guess, start going to school with me to get into the trades. The opportunity, room for growth, and the ability for hard work. And I love that. Satishi, good luck, man. Where are you located at? David Tringo says, for me, I would say yes. Been in the business for 10 months now, mainly carpentry based. When I get a little more consistent work, plan on hiring some people, learn leadership, etc. in the military. Guys, if we're not learning, we're not growing. And man, I hope y'all hear me say that because you have the opportunity to learn your way up, and learn new skills. Man, I got to start going. I'm 20 minutes behind. I would say at this point, probably don't ask any more questions. It's going to take me a while to go through them. Have a fulfilling job. Can't find anywhere else. Amen. Believe the wrong things because they ripped off custom line. Take the easy way out by doing jobs. A lot of them do. Jay Mitchell says, had foundation work done last month. Plumber performed leak detection test. Found one leak in the sewer line. Returned the next day. Located two more. Reset two toilets. Why? He probably pulled the toilets to help find the leaks, to run cameras, test balls, water tests, things like that. But when you raise the elevation, the plumbing that is in the ground underneath doesn't always raise, and it can put it in a very stressful situation. It's not always a good thing, but it does happen. Patman's 88 says, love the channel, love the program. Your pride is contagious. Thank you very much. I will say this. I'm showing 76 people over here, 63 over here, and I've only got 35 likes. Man, if y'all like what we're doing, just please give us a thumbs up. If you really love it, please subscribe to the channel, ring the bell so you get notified every time we go live, every time we release a video. And if you really love it and you know people that could learn from this, share this video with them. So Patman's 88, thank you so much. Hunter Ladd says, hey, Roger, I'm a licensed gas fitter and a sheet metal apprentice. In Canada, just wanted to say thank you for making great videos. Watch them all the time. Much love. Number one, thank you very much. I have actually reached out to Justin Trudeau a long time ago about trying to help recruit in Canada. I know y'all are having the same kind of problems we are getting people into the trades. And what I want to tell you is, man, keep it up. Right now, anybody getting in the trades right now, y'all's future is going to be amazing because supply and demand, there's less people getting in the trades. There's more people retiring. You're going to make bank. Eric Byron says, in New York, they have plumbing school for 3 months of training. Can you get hired by a plumbing company for 3 months? You probably could. You don't want to get hired and tell them, hey, I want you to hire me, but I'm going to quit in 3 months because I'm going to go to that school. What I would do is contact the school, say, hey, what companies do y'all send people to? What companies hire people directly out of here? And go talk to them, say, hey, look, I'm wanting to go to school here. Can I come to work for y'all and then come back here when I'm done? They may really appreciate that. So, Hunter Ladd, thank you very much, man. Jody says, I need to grow my small business. Seems like you guys are on the right track. Facebook group help this. Yeah, because I've got different people in there. And guys, I put the link in there while I go to the Facebook group. If you didn't see it or you didn't go over and join, you may want to go ahead and do this. This is, look, I'm putting a mastermind together. I've got, and I like this. When people tell me I look good in denim, it just makes my day. It does. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. Man, y'all should see me, and I don't know that I can get back far enough to show you, but yeah, you just saw it right there. Let me make that go away. Where was I? Man, my whole thing just jumped on me, so oh no, I lost it. I don't even know where I was anymore. So, see, I may be through questions now because I can't find where I was. Uh, those of y'all that, man, I got a long way to go just to catch up, guys. Oh, there we go. So I was close. No, not as close as I thought. Okay, so I'm going to hide that comment just so you can see. But as you see my jeans, I literally climbed up under a house today to shoot a tunnel video. Over 100 feet of tunnel, 3 access holes. Man, this was a big one. But yes, the people that are in the mastermind with me, one of them's a big electrician on YouTube. One of them is a big HVAC technician. He's got a big podcast and big on Instagram. And he owns 2 plumbing companies, 2 HVAC companies, and 1 electrical company. And then I got another friend that is a roofer out of Minnesota. He's in it. He wasn't in the meeting that we had this last week. But man, I'm always looking at how can I do things better? How can I do things to help grow the trades? And the only way we're going to grow the trades, guys, is doing things together. So I put this mastermind together. Like I said, right now it's me, an HVAC technician, an electrician, and a roofer. And I'm wanting to grow it to somewhere between 16 and 20 people, but I want them all to be part of this, all part of this trade talks. And let me kind of refresh that and see what that does. I know that I've put the link in here. I don't know if anybody has joined or signed up yet or anything at all like that. I've got 7 new member requests. Watch this. So whoever has, I think I can go to the bottom here. Anybody who is in here, man, I thought it was. Where did it? Maybe? Oh, there it is, right there. Okay, so those people are all approved now. So I just put the link in there a while ago. Let me go back to make sure I'm in the right spot because I want to tell you all a little bit more about this because I think this is really, really cool. Oops. Let me go back. Backspace. All right. Boy, it's not going to. Dadgummit, Roger. Boy, I did good. What a way to save that. Okay, so I'm going to put this in here one more time. That is the link to the Facebook group. It's relatively new, guys. Don't get me wrong. I just started that this last Saturday. But man, we've got some good things that we're wanting to do. I did my first mastermind meeting with these guys on Friday. Told them about it. It's going to be pretty cool. And guys, I'll tell you, no more questions. I got to get out of here in 12 minutes. I've got to pick up my dog at the vet. Man, it's been a tough day. So Rick says, what are your thoughts on using a wet dry vac with a small attached hose? Suck out the line of the element ports. I've done this a lot with electric water heaters and replaced anode magnesium rods, and they've worked great. Haven't heard of other plumbers doing this before. Thoughts? I like it. Actually, to drain down a water heater, if you can't get the drain to drain, remove the cold water inlet or preferably the hot water, unless it's a Bradford White where it has the dielectric split up at the top with the union anode rod and everything. Pull that out, run a hose down in there, hook your evacuation pump up to it. It works great. Randolph the Gay says, hey, Roger, got a question for you. We're on well water with no filter. What could be causing a black, moldy looking substance in the toilet only under the water line? Just funky water. I would look at, what can you do to treat that water and filter it? You probably want to do that. My sister down in Austin's on well water, and their filtration system is elaborate. Jago Matoli says, good evening, Mr. Roger. Let me just keep quiet and listen. I'm from South Africa in Cape Town. Big prayers for Ukraine and Russia. Man, I wish Russia would stop doing what they're doing, but yeah, we need to be praying for the people in Ukraine. They've got it tough right now. Robosil says, should I tell my Italian neighbors to get a grease trap because they dispose a lot of it and the sewer smells from time to time around the neighborhood? I don't know that a grease trap's going to help. Tell them to quit dumping grease down the drain, though. Sven Gustav Hoff says, what's the status on the audiobooks and how to purchase them from Europe? Live streams are great, but the read through that with a book, that's something, and they reveal some chapter titles. I'm working on books. I've got to get busier at it. Sean Strong says, I've seen other guys wrap copper wire around their rubber couplers before burying the sewer after a repair. Apparently, roots stay away from the copper. Very interesting. King Reef says, do you believe getting your journeyman through NCCR are better without going to school? You know, like if you can learn anything through an educational, through a training program, I think it's good. Is it enough? Probably not. Will it help? Man, it's sure not going to hurt you. If you can afford it, or you can go to work for somebody that will, help fit the bill for you for it, might be a good thing to do. Billy Teeter says, come see me in San Diego. I will be there the 13th through the 17th or 18th. Sean Strong says, I seen salt dumped in before bury, but I'm not wild about that with salt dissolving. This Optimum Plumbing says, hey, Roger, first time here. Need to know what's the difference between the UPC code book and the IPC. Also, notice the UPC contains fixture unit charts and the IPC doesn't. They used to be a lot more different than they are. They're getting closer. But man, we could spend the whole show talking about different vents, different sizes, different this, different that. Man, just figure out which one your city or municipality is plumbing under and get good at it. Joseph says, I'm at that I had 2 different jobs and both lied and taught me wrong ways. I was honest, and Roger always, after working there, both lied on their pay about helping me become an apprentice. Man, I get it. Look, people are not always honest. They're your apprentice in Colorado. Love watching your stuff. All I can say is, Kyle, thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. Rugby League fan says, hey, Roger, from England, as a carpenter, I've had my fair share of plumbers and electricians cutting into structural beams. How important do you think communication is between the trades? I think it's huge on any job site. I won't even going out and doing a repair. I won't cut into a beam. I tell them they need to get a foundation company out here or a carpenter or a structural engineer or somebody to look at it. First thought would be MacIver. WWE SmackDown. Now the MacIver part I can handle. SmackDown, I don't know. Tom Pelletier says, I've had my septic pumped 2 times since I've been here, 6 years. The first guy only removed 1 cover. Second guy removed both. How often do you recommend having a septic tank pumped? It's normally every 2 to 3 years, I think. Maybe a year or 2. I'm not sure. It's been a while. If I missed it, I'm sorry. Maybe you did all caps or something. Wish I could move to Texas. Wife is in nursing school till December. Tell you what, nurses down here make good money. So when she gets out, you can move and she'll get a good job. Show title, Drains and Thrones. I love it. Hey, Roger from LA, maintenance technician, commercial office building. Good for you. Got another one in LA, or is that the same one? Different one. Rick Freetag, I run Reno's Rentals in Uvalde, Texas, in Uvalde with your wife. Ricky, good to have you in here, man. Daniel Barba, North Fort Lauderdale, Florida, do machining and product design. I love that. King Reef, Virginia apprentice, first year. I'm supposed to head to Virginia in a month or 2. Got a marketing company down there, wants me to come and teach them YouTube. Sven says, from Norway, teach music and career consulting. I watch this to learn of trades, but also because it's entertaining. Thank you, sir. Sprung Unicorns to Central Iowa, open shop plumbing for 2 years. Came from 15 years of underground sewer and water main. Man, you should have plenty of plumbing experience then, brother. This is Optimum Plumbing from Puerto Rico and journeyman plumber working as a plumbing supervisor. Matthew H. is Buffalo, New York Underground and Camera Tech. I love that. Yosef from Pennsylvania. I was in nursing, but really want to learn to work with my hands and buy fixer-upper houses. And it was great business. Texas needs nurses too. She won't be in school. Boy, isn't that the truth? Yeah, she won't be in school very long. I think he said November or December. I guarantee you she can get a job here quick and easy. How would you be able to maintain a handlebar mustache? It takes washing it, conditioning it, treating it, and just taking good care of it. Kyle Race is third year apprentice in Colorado. Love watching your show. Thank you. Daniel Barbara, watch this because trade jobs are the future. Man, look, I'm putting that on a star. I'm going to lock that one up top. Guys, this is something I talk about all the time. If you're getting into the trades right now, if you study really, really hard and get good at it, your future is going to be phenomenal. You're going to make as much money as you want to make. Hunter Ladd, I'm a licensed gas fitter and sheet metal apprentice in Canada. Just want to say thank you for making great videos. Watch them all the time. Satoshi, SAT, Arizona, Tucson. I'm a plumbing apprentice and general labor till I can know the basics. Man, it won't take you long to learn. Keep learning everything you can. Kyle Ray, third year apprentice plumber in Colorado. Satoshi, third week. Man, stick around this channel. I want to see what you think about it and how it goes. Joe D says it's simple. Go to different plumbing companies around the United States, ride with them for a couple of days, or tape them so you can see the different plumbing all around the states. That could be a cool one. Ricky Ortiz, New Jersey, used to be in plumbing and sprinkler fitter, but operate a compacting truck. Good for you. Wow. Rick Freetag says, we have rental properties. We do our own work and learn the trade to save us money. Good for you, man. Yosef, I found you while I was learning basic plumbing and picked you. Man, that makes me feel good. Jody says, master plumber, Detroit, Michigan, service, residential, commercial, and industrial. Jacob Syracuse says, Roger, do you have any advice for someone considering getting into the plumbing field? Do it quick, learn as much as you can, and always try to be the very freaking best that you can be. David again says, Blaine Washington, own my own business, construction, fences, decks, painting, drywall, just did some tile. Watch your videos in order to stay relevant in the plumbing trade because soon I plan on getting my license so that I can expand to do water heaters. Man, when you get into plumbing, don't just do water heaters. You got an opportunity to do it all. Dark Life says, hey, I'm Michael from Germany. I'm a plumber, but here we call it installer for Senethar. Heizung, man, I'm not going to get all that right. Yeah, good luck pronouncing that. Dark Life, thank you so much. That's good. I do appreciate that. Randolph the Gay says, me and my mother, middle of nowhere, PA, watch a lot of your content because it's interesting and informative. Always good to have a little know-how in plumbing. I completely agree with you. Boy, isn't that the truth. Yosef says, Sean, you from Texas? How can I get in touch with you? Sean is from Oklahoma and lives in Nebraska. Tom says, I've seen a string of condos with one shut off in the first home. Man, that's horrible. Had to use the pipe freezer to cut in a stop valve. Absolutely. What do you think about the German plumbing industry? We've done a little video on it, plumbing in the United States versus plumbing in Germany. Not much else. Guys, that's about all the questions I'm going to be able to get to. I wish that I could get to the rest of them. I'm going to have to unpin that so I can go ahead and get this thing ready to shut down. Man, I really look, I love what I get to do here, guys. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for the opportunity. Let's just go do it this way here. I'm going to go down to the very bottom. The Terminator says, we'll soon remodel basement bathroom. Would you advise having a plumber repipe? Absolutely. Anytime you're already in the area, get everything done that you can. Guys, I am going to have to shut this down. I just want you to know Sean understands you. I've got a lot to do to get ready. Headed, like I said, to tomorrow. Tomorrow I go to Miami, from Miami to San Antonio, back to Dallas to change clothes pretty much, then to San Diego for a week. But man, all I can tell you is I love what I get to do. I want to thank each and every one of y'all so much. Sorry that we're cutting it a little bit short today. I don't have any choice. I got to go pick up laundry, start getting clothes ready. I got a dog in the vet I got to go pick up. So I just want to say thanks to each and every one of y'all for allowing me to do this. If it wasn't for y'all, I couldn't do what I do. So thank you. I do appreciate it. I hope to see y'all in 2 weeks. I really hope that y'all are back. Man, we had a good crowd in here tonight too. So I want to say thank you very much. Remember, if you haven't done it yet, please give me a thumbs up if you learned anything at all. If you want to hit the dislike button, just hit it twice. If you hadn't done it yet, please subscribe. Please ring the bell. And if you really loved it, share it with somebody that you think it'll help. I'm Roger Wakefield, lead AP, the expert plumber. I'll see you in the next video if you don't get flushed.